The weather is changing and people are definitely starting to show that their immune systems are getting low and they are getting sick. So being in an herb shop, we tend to have a lot of people come in when they very first start to get sick, and in the middle of an illness, they'll send in a family member. And at the end of an illness, they'll come in and use our hyperbaric chamber and our salt room to help clear out their sinuses and nasal passages and get more oxygen so they can heal quicker. So we are exposed to a lot being in this business, and of course we know this, and so some of the things that I use, especially when I start to feel sick, are more heroic than vital, which is also called vitalist herbalism. I know that's kind of getting a little more popular, that name and that use nowadays. And yeah, it is original herbalism. It is how we as herbalists are mostly trained in the beginning, but we're also taught about several different ways. And another way that we're also taught is called heroic. And although it's not the best way to always look at and handle a situation, which can be kind of the allopathic method too, of cutting something out, removing it, that's the heroic, the hero that comes in and saves the day. But sometimes that's necessary. So for people who are very busy and who need to work because they don't have any other choice, whether they're sick or not, when you very first start to feel sick, sometimes you do want a heroic herb or supplement to get you through the day, and to even sometimes stave off an illness that could be coming on. So the other day I was definitely feeling ill, and I was run down. I was definitely working a little too much, but being exposed to a lot of people who are sick. So my immune system was low, and I woke up with a stuffy nose. It was definitely running a little bit. I had a little bit of a sore throat, and I could feel, and I know that everyone knows what I'm talking about, when you can feel that there's just something starting to brew, something coming on. So what did I do to combat it and actually make it stop were several things. So one thing that I used was black cumin seed oil. And so in using this, and when I do use this, is for antibacterial, antimicrobial function, for its function to kind of get you through something quicker. So I know that there's a lot of people using this right now to, instead of using ivermectin when it comes to COVID. And what this does is that it helps get you through a illness a little bit quicker. It will address the secondary bacterial illnesses that you could have, but also really addressing maybe a bacterial growth. And it's pretty strong. And so I did two 500 milligrams in the morning and 2 in the evening. And that's double what this bottle says to do. It's 500 milligram. But again, you want to look at what you're dealing with, who you are, and whether or not that's good for you. But that's what worked for me. And then I used Cold Snap. So Cold Snap is a Chinese formula, and this comes out of Longmont, Colorado. And I've been using this formula for many, many years for this exact situation. When I start to feel something wanting to attack my body, something wanting to invade. And so in doing the Cold Snap, it'll say, it strengthens the immune system, and you can use it. You can take 2 capsules 3 times a day, or listen to your body. You can kind of use that as a guideline, but I take 2 capsules every 2 hours for the first couple of days of starting to feel something until it backs off. And it did. So this is what I've been doing for the last 2 days. Again, I can still feel a tiny bit of something going on, but I am not even going to feel sick or get sick because I'm stopping it in its tracks. Another thing that I did was our Breathe Easy steam, and basically you can even steam with oregano, rosemary, basil right out of your own cabinet, or we have a formula here, and that also has eucalyptus and peppermint, rose, a little bit of lavender, thyme, cedar. So you can go outside if you have a cedar tree and go collect that. You can do blue spruce. You could do other pines. So you can go outside and look to see what are your evergreens around you and steam with those. After you steam, you want to reheat your water, and you can bring it in and take a shower, a nice steamy shower, and put that in with the shower. So you're getting that double again, or you can strain it and put it into your tub, and then make sure that you're in your tub for 20 minutes, and then you absorb actually all of that medicine via your skin. So those are some of the things that I did with supplements. Another thing that I like to impress on people and get them to really do is gargle, and you could do that with just salt water. You could do that with sage. That's very good for your skin in your mouth, your gums and your throat, and really helping to astringe and tighten that tissue, getting out any excess mucus. You could also do it with 1 drop of tea tree oil, but I don't recommend doing too many essential oils when you're gargling in that way. And also neti pot. And neti pot's really important this time of year. So again, you can actually put some tincture into your neti pot, into some warm water, and yerba santa. You could add a little bit of nettles, some things that help to astringe the tissue, tighten the tissue, and help to remove that excess mucus that could be infected mucus. If that's staying in there, it'll actually create even more damage and create more of an infection kind of building on itself. So you want to make sure that you're draining, moving things out, even at the slightest, oh, I'm not feeling so good. Even if you were to take 500 milligrams of vitamin C a couple times a day to help, that vitamin C helps you get over things quicker. So these are a few things that I do this time of year, especially these are called heroic. So when I'm really needing to get over something, I don't want to get sick, I'm going to stop it in its tracks. But sometimes we can't do that. So the heroic part may not work, and we move into more nourishing, nutrient rich, which is what we're supposed to be doing all the time anyway. But realistically, I understand what a busy life is, and having children and a family and getting all the things done after work. And sometimes we need someone to take care of us because we don't always have that strength to take care of ourselves. So that's where these herbal and supplemental heroes come in and say, okay, here's the stamina to go do this, or to get over this, go get your bone broth ready, or get your elderberry syrup done and start taking that and giving that to your family. So I hope this helps with your immune boosting and getting you through a initial start of an infection, and I'll talk to you later.